Every day, children stream from every direction to receive the gift of education at College Pierre Toussaint, the school of Saint-Jean-Baptiste Parish in Sassier, Haiti. In just 8 years, the school has grown from 200 children in kindergarten to 4th grade going to school in the church to 900 students from preschool to 13th grade, attending school in 2 reinforced concrete buildings with 40 rooms.
When I was little, I would go to school in the church. The community looked very small because most of the young people would go to school in other places. Now the community has grown up because the youth stay and grow at their home and find their daily bread, their education at College Pierre Toussaint.
There is a big difference from when I started school as a little kid. When we were in the church, we were in a big open room with all different grades. In this school, each class is in a separate classroom by itself. We have a beautiful building. In the church, it was dirt, but the school is in concrete cement.
Most parents do not have an education. Many cannot even write their own name, but they are determined that their children receive an education. They invest all their effort in their children's future. They are the reason that College Pierre Toussaint was started.
I have 3 children in CPT. The reason that I send them to school is that I want them to help the younger ones. When I was growing up, after 3rd grade, I didn't have anyone to send me to school. That's why I send them to school.
In the past, we used to be raised with no education, but nowadays the world is so developed. Kids have to have an education. And as a parent, you would always like all of your children to be able to know how to read and write and speak as many languages as possible.
When they come back from school and I see them doing other things, I ask them if the teachers gave them homework to do. I chase after them to study and do their homework.
The schools provide more than just a basic education, including hot lunches every day.
How important is it for you to get your lunch here at College Pierre Toussaint?
All the necessary textbooks, the largest computer lab in the province, teachers who care about their students, and field trips for older students. All of these are unheard of in most Haitian schools, particularly in remote rural areas.
Now tell me a little bit about the teachers.
The teachers put the students in a mood so we understand well. They do all they can in order to help you understand. Most of all, I love the way the teachers teach and the computer lab. Now I can use a computer well and navigate the internet. Before I came to College Pierre Toussaint, I didn't even know what a computer was.
We went on a field trip to Marfran, a place that we had not known. We learned many new things. We are very happy and grateful because if we weren't at CPT, we would not have had the chance to go on such a trip. When we meet with students from other schools, we tell them about the trip. They say they would like to come to school at College Pierre Toussaint.
I really appreciate the way the teachers are helping me to study for the national exam. They're doubling the way we work and how we review all of what we had in our program throughout the school year to help us succeed in what we are going to do.
The school is creating leaders in the community. It has transformed the community, engendering hope for the future among students and parents. It also creates community cohesion, since the students are able to stay at home. They have become role models for younger children. In Sassier, school is cool.
The college gives such a good foundation. When I finish in 13th grade, whatever field I choose, I should be able to handle it well. I feel that I have a very strong foundation, and I think I can orient myself to the future very well.
Collège Pierre Toussaint venu comme une bénédiction.
Collège Pierre Toussaint came as a blessing, a benediction. For the community, it is bringing changes. You can see it among the students, among the young people, and even among the parents. Collège Pierre Toussaint has changed the community.
Collège Pierre Toussaint changé communauté noire.
The community is filled with young people now, and they are involved in so many different ways in the work of their community. They participate in the activity in the church, and they form their own choir. They always ask to participate, and they have dreams. That really changes the community because we didn't have it before.
I am part of many groups. Like in Kiwo, I am one of the leaders. I am one of the students who volunteers a lot. I always participate in the work of the community, and am always there to help and serve whenever I am called upon.
Because of CPT, the young people don't have to go to school in other places far away. We can live with our parents and family and develop and serve in our own community. Just after I finished 13th grade, I went to spend time helping others get an education. After a few years, I would like to go to medical school to become a doctor.
They have ideas in their head. They are thinking. What we thought the school was going to be, that's what it has become, and even more. Surely, all the students have dreams. We always tell them to think about their future. They all know that they have to live here with a project for their life.
We always talk about having good discipline and how to help one another and put our heads together for the school to move ahead. CPT has changed the community a lot. When there was no CPT, the young people would go to school in other places, and sometimes the girls would get pregnant. But because of CPT, we stay in our community and live with our parents, who watch over us. It is more security for us.
I see my children changed remarkably. The older ones come home and speak English and Spanish. If they weren't in that college, they wouldn't have the opportunity.
Due to the extreme poverty in the area, there is no way the necessary funds can come from local sources. Help must come from the outside.
That's a question that really hurts. The reality is that the parents are not in a position to pay the tuition they are supposed to pay, and it becomes a real problem for the school. What the parents produce in their gardens is not even enough to support their families, let alone pay the school. Some parents have 3 or 4 kids in the school, and some even have more. So they have a lot of difficulties in paying the tuition for the kids. In Asian families, most parents don't have any education, but all of them want their children to go to school. All of them want their children to be ahead of them in terms of knowledge. They all want their children to make an honor for themselves, their communes, and their country. It's very important for them to send their children to school. And if they don't send them to school, it's like a failure for them in their lives.
Having College Pierre Toussaint is a big relief for my parents.
My parents don't have enough to survive. They send me to College Pierre Toussaint so I can make them proud in the future.
Without your support, there would be no school in Sassier.
If there were no College Pierre Toussaint, the community would be at zero, with no hope. It is a community that would be dead. And now the people see that there is life, there is hope.
The community would be desolate.
If there was no college here, I don't know what I would do, because after the kids finished in 6th grade, they would be sitting around and not going to school. I would want to send them to school in Jeremy, but I don't have the money.
To those who are providing the funding to allow College Pierre Toussaint to change lives and to help the students create a new and better Haiti, we give thanks.
Having this school here is like me being given a new birth. The fact that the supporters help all of these young people in the community, they are saving lives. That is a sign of hope. Talking about my experience, I can say that I am saved, and it's because of those who have been generous to us here.
To people who help CPT, I would say, may God keep them well, because if it weren't for them, we would be nothing. They help us a lot. We are grateful for it, and we are happy as well.
First, I would like to thank everyone for all their support and the help they've given us. Second, I hope they will continue to help us, because we still have more to do here, more than we have done already.
What people in the U.S. have done to help us have this school here in Sassier is for me a grace that fell from heaven to the earth, because without them, we could never talk about CPT, the very great school we have. CPT is a miracle, something you are dreaming about while you are asleep, and when you wake up, you see it becomes a reality.
Aye Bobo for them and CPT.
Aye Bobo!
We are grateful